If any casting directors are watching, I will watch it if you give me a part. Star Wars. Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. I remember watching that at the cinema and just being sort of blown away by the power of cinema, watching the film with an audience, and just seeing Tom Cruise and just sort of seeing the epitome of what a movie star is. And I just kind of saw that as a kid and was like, that's what I want to do. Taxi Driver, Robert De Niro, watching that performance. Also Misery with Kathy Bates. Those two sort of movies I would say were sort of definitely also made me look at cinema in a different light. So, you know, you've got the Mission Impossible blockbuster, but then you've got these great sort of art house cinema, you know, great performances and sort of what I would consider high art. And definitely they were definitely inspiring as well. And I would say the first 20 minutes of Casablanca, I just feel like that opening, those opening moments, it's just kind of, it doesn't let you rest. It just goes on, and when you first get introduced to Humphrey Bogart's character, and you're introduced to the nightclub that he works in, or the casino area, or whatever it is that he works in, that whole opening sequence, it just kind of takes you and doesn't let you go. You just kind of, you know, the high energy of those first 20 minutes, it's for me, and I can watch it over and over again. And I think that's the mark of a great scene or a great moment, because every time I watch that, it's the same experience each time. I worked on a film called Sky Peals, which is the last film that I did, which is hopefully premiering soon at Venice. And I'd say the most memorable moment for me was we shot in a shopping centre, which is, if you ask anyone in Wakefield, West Yorkshire, it's a place called the Ridings, which is a sort of very famous shopping centre there. And shooting in that mall, I can't explain the feeling, but when you watch the film, you see it's a very sort of surreal experience when you watch it. And working in that mall as an extension of it was like a character in itself, and just I felt like the mall had its own sort of, I don't know how to say this, but it kind of had its own character. And just some of the scenes we shot that you'll see in the film, some of the more surreal scenes where he kind of goes into this, he has certain experiences, that place became a part of me, and it sort of, yeah, it was just the whole experience of just working in that environment for 6 weeks, you know. A good friend of mine, Sam Masood, he did a film called My Pure Land. He's a director from Nottingham. It's about two women who have to defend their family land from invaders. It's an awesome sort of action film, and with this great two female leads, just an amazing film, and I really recommend everyone to kind of really check it out. I would say, just because I've got certain memories attached to it, Pretty in Pink, and also on the complete other side of the spectrum, also Get Rich or Die Trying with 50 Cent. Eugene Levy as, you know, Jim's dad in American Pie, and I would say Judi Dench as Queen Victoria and Abdul. Spike Lee. There's so much attitude and style and you know, in his movies, and there's so much he says, you know, he entertains, but there's always a message there as well. And just, you know, his New York and the 90s cinema, and just his whole visual style, his cinematic storytelling style. All right, this might get me the ire of some fans, but Star Wars. Unless I'm casting one of the Star Wars, you know, the spin-offs, then, you know, obviously I'll have to do my research, you know. So if any casting directors are watching, I will watch it if you give me a part. Star Wars.